I will now go over the brewing process. Step 1. Malted barley is soaked in hot water to release the malt sugars. Step 2. The malt sugar solution is then boiled with hops to add seasoning. Step 3. The solution is cooled and yeast is added to begin the fermentation process. Step 4. The yeast ferments the sugars, releasing CO2 and ethyl alcohol. And finally, Step 5. When the fermentation process is complete, they bottle it with a little bit of added sugar to provide carbonation. Adelberts first started producing their fine beer in late 2011. All of Adelberts beer is bottle conditioned, so it takes an additional 2 to 6 weeks for the conditioning yeast inside the bottle to take effect. This happens after the second fermentation process. All of Adelberts brew batches are produced monthly and then distributed around Austin. They typically brew 1,000 gallons per batch.
Hi, I'm Sarah Haney with Adelberts Brewery in Austin, Texas. We are a Belgian-style brewery based here. We are inspired by a lot of the amazing barrel-aged and bottle-conditioned beers that have been made for many years in Belgium, and that's what we focus on. We're named in honor of George Adelbert Hovey, that guy right there. That is Scott's brother. Del was a life adventurer. He traveled all around the world, so our mainstay beers are named in honor of his wild and crazy life stories. The beers I have today are kind of three of my personal favorites. The first one is Triple B. It's a Belgian Tripel. Has great kind of hints of pear and clove notes in there, a nice balance of sweetness and a little hint of spiciness in there. The flavors also really resonate really well with wine drinkers because of the fruit notes in there really balance out with a lot of white wine drinkers. It's named Triple B, and it's a play on a couple of things. One, both the style, but also, again, the beers are named after Dell's Wild and Crazy Life Stories. And this one is also a play on words in that it also stands for Bad Boy Brew. When we were doing research and deciding what to name our beers, one of Dell's college friends said, you have to have a beer named Bad Boy Brew, because Dell was the guy, if you were going to go out and get in trouble and drink a couple beers with, he was that guy. So that's a little bit about our Triple B. The other one I have here is Scratching Hippo. This was the first beer that I fell in love with here at the brewery. Probably drank it straight for about 4 months when I started working here. It's a bière de garde, or like a Belgian brown or amber. Has great hints of roasted caramel malt in there. There's a little bit of Munich malt in there to give some complexity to it. So it's got hints of caramel, roasted malt, and a little bit of fruitiness in there, but not too much. Really easy drinking. I like to liken it for a lot of people who like darker but not too dark, maybe like Shiner type beers. This is a great beer for them. And then my other favorite right now, as we're getting into the winter months, is Black Rhino. It's a black ale. So the black ale is going to have a lot of roasted malt, hints of coffee and chocolate in there from the malt build we put in there. We don't actually put any coffee or chocolate in there, but we use these heavily roasted malts that when you eat them fresh actually taste like burnt popcorn. But as you do the mash to them and blend them with the yeast, it'll bring out these great coffee and chocolate notes. Fun thing about this one though is it's surprisingly light bodied. A lot of people see a dark beer and think it's going to be a very heavy mouthfeel, like a porter or a stout, but this one's very light bodied. I like to joke it's a black ale that can hang for a Texas summer. Those are 3 of my favorites right now. We also have a wide variety of beers that we do. We have a Saison that has a spice profile and a drier finish. We have a wit that's probably our second most popular beer we make. It has nice spice notes, or citrus and coriander. We actually make that one with citrus, bitter orange peel, and coriander that we grind in my grandmother's food processor. And another one that's quite popular is our Flying Monks, which is our quad that we make aging over rum-soaked oak cubes from the Spirit of Texas Distillery's Pecan Street rum. So it has those great sweet oak and warming notes from the rum, balanced with the great caramel, dark fruit notes of the quad.